Thanks for joining me and taking the time out of your day to watch this video. My name is Ben McDowell and I'm the founder of Ben McDowell Coaching. So we partner with coaches, consultants and agency owners that are wishing to scale past $50,000 per month with their revenue through positioning high ticket scalable offers without sacrificing on value or time. So as promised in this video, I'm going to share with you the journey that some of our clients have taken through achieving these results so that you can actually do it too. Because really perfecting the lost art of perfect positioning of your offers can actually double and triple your monthly revenue within a few short weeks. So I really want to just provide that today so you can implement that. But before doing that, I want to show you what kind of results we've been able to really achieve and generate with one client in particular, the same things I'm going to share with you today. So this was Janet, and she came to us never having created a paid client before. She was running an online business on Pinterest alongside of it, and she just finished a coaching certification. She'd had 0 clients for her service, and she was wondering how she would actually make it work. So she was wanting to build a coaching business model, but was worried about how to make the change without sacrificing all the effort that went into building her Pinterest business, because she was like, how am I going to have time to actually build another business? So she realized that she actually needed to set something up a bit more organized. She didn't want to just like go with the flow. She wanted something that could work without her, that didn't involve her making mistakes and trading time for money to learn. So after seeing some of the processes and case studies we had achieved through a strategic partner of ours that we work with, she then reached out to us and she wanted to learn about our program so that she could actually invest in a viable way of creating the success that she wanted. Now, what's really interesting is after 30 days or within 30 days of buying access to our framework and support, she was able to sign her first 3 customers for $10,000 each. This is a new coach doing this. So she officially grew her business to be on track for 6-figure earnings within the following month. That's only her 2nd month in business. So she generated $40,000 contracted in the next month, and she had 30K within 30 days, 40K within 60 days of joining. So the most impactful system for Janet was showing her how to actually position an offer that she provided to her audience and how to create a masterclass that provided a teaser to that offer, and then finally getting an outreach specialist to fill up that event. That was really pivotal for her. So if you've got an offer, you need to know how to market it, but also how to condense what that offer entails into like a 1-hour event, a super powerful way of scaling your business and building a really warm audience, which is super important for anyone starting out. So she was then able to help one of her freelancer clients book 4 appointments within 7 days with their offer using our methods. So the timeline that took was 8 weeks. And she sent me this: Ben, I got 3 10K clients. They paid their deposits. Now I'm scared to present my program because I might not be able to handle them on my 9-month coaching program. So it might sound like a funny problem to have, but really what we then ended up doing was making that offer scalable. And so it didn't require as much one-on-one work. And her clients actually got better results after they did that. So these are some messages that she actually sent me, which I wanted to show you guys. So this was in one of our programs. So that was really cool. So the reason that I made you this video was that while I was putting together some new infrastructure for our clients, I wanted to create something for them that allowed them to put case studies, which is like what I'm showing you here, a structured case study into a video sales letter, which broadcast their perfectly positioned offer, and then they could send it out to hundreds of people a day through an outreach specialist, which is similar to what Janet did. Because this was much more leveraged than them having to tell everyone about their offer and not really knowing how to actually find enough leads to talk to about it. So I just wanted to take this as an opportunity to share with you not just the impact of perfect positioning, but also a really good case study framework that you can actually go away and implement by yourself. So I see a lot of service providers, putting in a lot of hard work day in and day out, being super disciplined with their business and their action and efforts. But I wanted to share this with you so that you could actually have your efforts travel a lot further, because I know that having a really good case study framework to implement really takes all the heavy lifting out of your marketing efforts. And so let me just express how much I love hearing about the results of implementing what we give out on our channel. So just definitely put it down in the comments below, or contact us on Facebook, or join our group, and you can actually see more about what we do, and you can actually, implement some really good frameworks. So I don't want to make this video too long, because I know you're a business owner. As a business owner, I know you don't want to spend too much time looking through long videos, because I know I don't, and I'm also a business owner. But I'd like to share with you the full case study structure and how to implement it. If you want that, then click on the link in the description to view it. But let's go through a couple more people that use this offer positioning to actually double and triple their revenue, so that you can do this. So there's next June. So he was an actual trainer. So a lot of people that follow us are trainers of NLP, of timer therapy, of hypnosis, of other various modalities. So I wanted to share with you his story and his journey, so you can have some context. So he had 4 or even 5 offers that he was putting out to his audience. They were all for different kind of people. And so some people would buy some of them, some people would buy others, but not many people, I don't think anyone really bought all of the offers. So it wasn't what you would call sequential. So we needed to work on that. Now, he went from generating $4K per month to $14,000 with just 2 offers in less than 2 weeks. So before he came to us, he was making $4K in monthly revenue. June had completed his studies as a trainer. I actually graduated with him as a trainer, because I also studied NLP, and he was certifying coaches. Now, 11 months after we graduated, he had tried implementing the systems provided in his original trainer's course, but they were just basic business systems. They weren't something that was like a plug and play business in a box that could actually generate clients really quickly. So he was unable to predictably sell high ticket offers with consistency and reliability. So he was relying on 2 to 4 medium ticket offers that weren't really differentiating his service from other trainers in the online space. They just offered similar services. So he was then finding himself being compared on price instead of value. So people in sales calls were saying, this is way more expensive than what other people are offering. So if people are saying that to you, then you're probably being compared on price. And the thing is not to put your prices down. It's actually just to find out how to differentiate yourself from others that offer similar things as you do. So his offers had some one-on-one delivery, and he was onboarding them himself. He had 1 VA in his business. But because of this, he was quickly approaching burnout, and his fulfillment and his client management, all of his delivery was dependent on him. And there's just too much one-on-one work. So after we sat with him, I remember the session, we crafted him an easy to operate ascension model, which is just a set of offers that can work together for the same client. And we just created 2 of these offers, and we targeted a smaller percentage of his current client base, because in every person's warm audience, anyone that is established in the field in some way as a service provider, you have 20% of your audience which could afford to pay for a service if you were to triple your pricing. And that is super important to know, because he ended up actually selling these 2 offers to the 20% of his audience, and he generated $14,000 in less than 2 weeks. So he was astounded at the fact that he could actually generate more revenue every single month, but serving less clients more effectively, because he had more time and more energy to actually dedicate to building his business, and his monthly revenue did triple in just 14 days. And I think that the interesting part of this is we didn't just show him how to tap into the 20% of his audience that could actually pay the higher amount, but we showed him how to convey this on an actual sales call, and how to set these appointments up with people so that he could continuously do this month in and month out. So the timeline was actually 2 weeks, but I think it took 3 weeks to collect the deposits from everyone. And this was a quote from June. So I was really happy when I actually received this. So he said, just to share a win with everyone today, since joining, my neurology just blew up to 7-figure earnings. Because of this, I got 1 client signed up for package B, which is $2,900 USD. Another one who signed up and paid in full for his package A. So 2 offers, which was $5,000 USD. So he said, amazing, thanks so much, and I'm grateful that I took action and invested in himself. So he got a complete return on investment within 14 days, because he actually knew the knowledge he needed to get to the next level. And this is just a screenshot from him. So I think this is super important to understand, because through having an offer that is scalable, you just get so much more time to build. And I personally love building my business. So then we've got Julian. So he specializes in helping individuals create an online service-based business and really stepping into that online space. So we took him from zero to getting his first high-ticket client at $3,500. And it was all from offer positioning. So before he worked with us, he was at $0 in revenue. And he had actually enrolled in a 6-month mastermind with another person in the space, and they were collecting over $3 million annually in revenue. But he was still finding that he wasn't able to implement it to generate clients, even after a couple of months. And so many others have this issue. So having seen some of our process and showing him some other clients that had actually traveled the success path, he was able to find the funds to begin working with us. So after about a month of setting up the foundations and taking on clients, crafting an irresistible offer, because for new coaches, it's really important to actually spend the time putting together the infrastructure, building that warm audience, and then building the goodwill, and then just putting them all on calls and offering them the service. So he then could charge $3,500 for his first client. So he was on a full-time income from within just 4 weeks. And they could actually afford what he wanted to charge. And that's really key. So he saw his first client walk through his doors for a 6-week program. He decided to go full-time at that point in his coaching business, just a few months into the program. So the timeline for that was 4 weeks. And a quote from him that I like to tell people is like, he said, I just got a deposit for my 6-week program. He was so happy. I remember him mentioning this to me for $3,500. And, you know, he's like, we're going to start in 3 weeks. So I was like, this is awesome. Well done. So this is a actual message from him. So really, like, the downside to not having a well-positioned offer and a set of offers that the same client can actually take and retake as well, and not having a warm audience built up of this person that can afford what you want to charge, not being able to deliver at scale was a massive bottleneck for me when I was in the threshold of 2 to 15K per month, because my profit margins were just so low and I was so spread so thin. And I was spending so much time on one-on-one clients, retaining them, making sure that they were winning, that I inside myself was actually losing, if I can be a bit vulnerable. So I couldn't actually build anything on the back end. So while I cared about like delivering value, I realized actually I'm not really delivering as much value as I could if I had a scalable model. So if you notice that there's any room for development in the scalability and positioning of your offer, and you'd like to speak about some solutions to implement there, then you can walk through some of the full case study structure, infrastructure with me on a call, then use the link in the description below and let's book in a time to speak. Have a beautiful day. Much love from me.